Welcome, this is George Eby, author of the story you are reading, A Boy and His Alien. Thanks a lot for joining me here on Wattpad. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and read chapter 2. And if you'd like to read along with me, that would be great. Thanks again for joining me, and let's dive into the further exploits of Rudy and the strange occurrences going on in his farm home. Let's get into it. 2. Rudy stepped out of the back door to make sure his mom's 12-year-old Dodge minivan was still in the driveway where it usually sat. It was there, right next to the house, just as he'd expected. He couldn't imagine her driving off and leaving him alone with his breakfast burning on the stove. That meant that she had to be somewhere around here, right? The minivan was the only vehicle in the driveway. Rudy's dad had left for the part-time job at the local feed mill about an hour before. Rudy supposed he could call him. Just because the man didn't like cell phones didn't mean that he didn't have one like everyone else. But bothering him at work was frowned upon. Not unless there was an emergency. Champion getting out might qualify, but he decided to let his mom make that call. The barn and the pasture faced the rear of the house. Maybe she was out front, but when he made his way to the front yard, she wasn't there. He walked around the whole house. Nothing. She must be in there somewhere. The back door led into a small mudroom, which then led into the kitchen. Again, he called out, "Mom?" Again, he got no response. The only bathroom in the house was off the kitchen. The door was wide open. No one in there. He walked through the small breezeway that led to the living room. Empty. Basement? He went back through the breezeway and opened the door that led downward. The light was off. No way she went down there in the dark. "Mom?" he called anyway. As expected, no one called back. That just left upstairs. All 3 bedrooms were on the second floor. He took the stairs up to the small landing at the top. 3 doors. The one to his right led to his parents' room. Ordinarily, it was off limits, especially if it was shut tight. But at the moment, it was open a crack. Rudy knocked on the door and called out for her. The knock caused it to open more. He peeked his head inside, but she wasn't there. Next was the door to his sister Shelley's room. He had no problem opening it and going in. Shelley had left for her first semester of college just a week before. She'd be ticked if she knew he was snooping around even now, but she wasn't here, so in he went. No mom. Just the frilly decor of a teenage girl. Pink sheets on the bed, fuzzy throw pillows, a desk for studying, posters of boy bands and brooding teen heartthrobs on the walls. Not to mention the corkboard that had about 500,000 ribbons that she'd won while riding champion in various competitions around the Tri-County region. It was clear to everyone that Champion was Shelley's horse. With her out of the house, Rudy got the sense that his parents wanted him to take over where she left off, something he had zero interest in doing. He also got the sense that they resented him for this fact, especially his dad. Before leaving, he gazed at the shrine to Shelley and Champion's successful association, doing his best to keep a pang of resentment from buzzing through his brain at the thought of it all. When the moment passed, he left the room and shut the door behind him. As an afterthought, he decided to check his own room. Just like he'd figured, no one was there. That's it. No more rooms to check except for the dusty old attic. No way was she up there. But where is she? He was about to leave the room when something else caught his eye. The digital alarm clock next to his bed was blank. It was always on, showing the time in soft red numbers. He flicked on the light switch, but nothing happened. It soon occurred to him. The old house had large windows that let in a lot of natural light during the day. So during his search for his mom, he hadn't thought of turning on any lights. But when he flicked the switch for the light in his room, the bulb in the ceiling's fixture stayed off. The power was out.